There were so many and they just started to disappear. My dad had a breakdown and my mum had to then support 5 children. So she had to go out to work, and the place to work was the mill, because she'd no other kind of training or experience. So she went to work in the mill. So it sort of followed on, that I went there. I did a few jobs, but mostly twisting and reeling. And that is where you bring the yarn together onto a bobbin, and then you put your bobbin onto where your anks were made, and it was a machine that went round and did anks, and then you tied them all up and they went off to be weighed, and you got paid by the weight that you produced. It was hard work, but it was just part of it. You just accepted it. Burnley's, where my mum first worked at Rawfalls, that was closed, and it was used as Reedman's. Mr. Reedman decided he was going to sell, and he sold it, and it was pulled down, and houses were built there. So Burnley's that I knew, that my mum knew, all gone. Yeah. As far as I know, there is only one mill left in this area, and that is not far off where my husband used to work, at Liversidge, and that is an old spinning mill. That, as far as I know, I mean, we used to have so many mills in Cleckheaton. There must have been over 12 mills, and it was part of, the tradition. But then it went abroad because it was cheaper, so that is where I think the textile industry has really struggled, because when it comes down to cost, they'll go for the cheapest place, and it's abroad now. The farmers suffer because they can't sell their fleece on, when they shear the sheep. All that used to go to the mills, because from it being, raw, it got fed through machines, to take all the bits out and thread it, and then it was made into yarn to do either, upholstery, carpets, whatever. And it's gone. It's history of how things were in those days, and you've got to protect it. It's like Saltaire. That is now a museum piece, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a lovely place. It's got a lot of history, and yes, Titus Salt must have been quite a gentleman, because he paid his workers well, and it's nice that it's been saved. It is important that we don't forget what the majority of people used to do in this area, and it was working in the mill.